Hello, and welcome to the Friday night live stream. Um, Let me go ahead and I'll introduce myself. Why not? I'll do it even before the evergreen show intro. Welcome. I am Hilary of tarotbyhilary.com, professional tarot reader and EFT tapping practitioner, here to demystify the mystical and putting you in touch with the most beautiful of gifts, your own intuition. Because yes, my friends, do not argue with me. You have intuition. This is one of my longest and most firmly held beliefs, that everybody has intuition, and it is a muscle that can be built over time and with practice. Now, if you're noticing that I'm sounding a little bit different this week, I am under the weather. I sound actually a lot more terrible than I feel. I'm feeling a lot better than I did yesterday. So yesterday I just kind of slept and chilled out and drank plenty of fluids and fed myself. And Mr. Tarot by Hilary was, making me soup and basically arguing with me and saying, like, I wanted mac and cheese so badly. And Mr. Tarot by Hilary was just like, no, I'm not going to make you mac and cheese. That's not going to help you if you're congested. And I'm just like, mac and cheese. I can be a little bit of a pain in the ass when I'm sick. Much in the same way that many men can be considered not great patients when they're feeling under the weather. I guess it might be a me thing. It might be an Aries thing. I don't know, but like I am like a grumpy, wounded tiger when I'm not feeling well. So, but yeah, but I have heard that I might be getting mac and cheese tonight and burgers. So, since I am feeling a little bit better, I just sound terrible. And so in light of that, tonight's episode, and I know I jinx it every single time when I say that it's going to be a short episode, and it ends up being like either a regular length of episode or even longer, or a marathon episode. Like, I don't see that really happening tonight. Just because my voice isn't really there today. So we'll see what we can see. But I did want to come at you and at least say hello to everybody, at least keep the tradition of the Friday night live stream going, even if there is not a specific topic to be had tonight, and also give you the astro-weather from Teresa Reed's wonderful Astro Biz Digest and the weekend forecast. And also wanted to mention a little bit about I did a poll on the gram of Insta about how would people feel about me doing card of the day from different oracle decks. And I was just like, I'm a little bit concerned. Did this not work? Because I wasn't seeing any responses. And it wasn't that I wasn't seeing any responses. It's just I wasn't looking in the proper place. So when I did see the responses, it was just like overwhelming. Like an overwhelming amount of people said 100% yes, do oracle cards this month. And then there was only one person that reached out to me and was just like not happy about it. And they're still a fan of mine. Obviously they're still going to follow me, but they were just like, oh, I guess I didn't participate with enough time. So there was like a 1% that wanted me to continue doing tarot polls for card of the day. Tarot's not going anywhere, folks, though. Like, I'm still a tarot reader primarily, but I figured I would do card pulls from different oracle decks of mine this month, and not stick with just one. So it's a very hodgepodge month, but for oracle decks only. So I hope you enjoy it. I think people have been, and I'm always going to put my own spin on it anyway. So hello to Katie. Welcome. And I'm broadcasting to not one, not two, but 3 places tonight, just because I had a little bit of a brain fart. So hopefully that's working. I normally don't post. I only, simulcast to 2 places primarily. So hopefully the third the third stream won't like shut me down or whatever, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Hi, Jenny. Hello. Hello. Okay, let me pull up the evergreen intro, and I will be back in 20 seconds. Wherever it is. There it is. Okay, cool. Oh, and Fran's here too. Hello to Fran. Hello to everybody. Hello, hello, hello. I will be right back in 20 seconds. I'm back. I'm back. You can stop the countdown. So everyone's saying hello to each other. I love it. I love it. 1,000. 1,000. Anytime I see something like that, I think about Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Jessica, how do I love thee? Let me count the ways. 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. And that is probably dating me quite a bit. By the way, like Who Framed Roger Rabbit came out in, oh gosh, was it 89? Something like that. I was either 7 or 8 years old when it came out, and it was like my favorite thing of all time. And like it explains so much. The movies that I liked at that time, like, was it the 90s? I'm going to have to look that up. Someone's going to have to actually, you know what? I will look that up because I'm also going to pull up the astro-weather on my phone so that I can actually sit back and say it. I'm going to look. What year did Roger Rabbit come out in?
In the United States of America, Who Framed Roger Rabbit was released on June 22nd, 1988.
June 22nd, 1988. In the US. It explains. So I was 7. I was 7 years old. So it explains a lot. That and Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, which that came out before I was born, but like I watched that movie so many times. So we were Mr. Tarot by Hilary and I were just having a conversation before I came on here about oh gosh, we were trying to find a phrase for it. Apology Oscars or compensation Oscars. Basically, when someone wins an Oscar for a role that that they shouldn't have won the Oscar for because the Academy was making up for the fact that they should have won an Oscar for the year before or, you know, the role before, but apparently, like, you know, the competition was too stiff, so they weren't able to win the Oscar for the role that they were supposed to win for. You know, like, okay, for example, Denzel Washington in Training Day. A lot of people believe that he won the Oscar for Training Day because he didn't win the Oscar for Malcolm X. Just as an example. So are you guys familiar with this concept? So we just started looking and discussing like, oh, okay, well, like, let's think of ones like off the top of our head. And then like, let's look up some more. Like the one that I thought of was Jennifer Lawrence for Silver Linings Playbook, even though she was good. She was really good in that movie. But I don't think she should have deserved the Oscar for that movie. So, but I can't remember what she was supposed to win for that she didn't end up winning for. So, okay. So good. You guys are familiar with this concept. So that's the reason why I'm a little bit late tonight, because we were like just going down this like thread of like people, the people who won Oscars, what role they won it for, what role they should have won it for, and Mr. Tarot by Hilary was saying, oh, well, this is more of a recent list. I'm not really hearing a lot of stuff from the past. And then I started to list some more from the past. So I don't know. It's an interesting conversation. We'll probably continue it once I'm done live streaming for tonight. So. And you may be asking why we were having that conversation. It was because Silver Linings Playbook was on the TV before he went and he switched it over to his video game console while he's waiting for me to get done with the live stream. So we went down this whole rabbit hole of and I was just like, what did they call that? Like, we were just laughing at each other trying to figure out how to explain it so that we could look for the list. And I think the best phrase is apology Oscar. Anyway, let's do the astro-weather. Quick housekeeping note. We do have a new episode of Card Slingers Coast to Coast out today on the moon card. It is called The Moon is Goth. Episode 89, The Moon is Goth and it pleases this bitch. Don't ask us where we get our titles from. It probably came up before we started recording that episode and it just made us laugh. So, some of the titles of our episodes may require an explanation, but that doesn't mean we will actually give that explanation. Sometimes it's just to make us laugh, and it made us laugh. We were just like, the moon is goth. And I hope you guys are finding the bookshop, our bookshop affiliate shop, easy to use. I have been adding resources and recommendations for each episode as I go. So I think I've added up through episode 13 or 14, and then some of the recent episodes. Like, I know that I added books to this particular episode before it even came out, because we each listen to the episode before we push it live on every second and fourth Friday when the new episodes for Card Slingers come out. So as I was listening to the episode before it got pushed live, I was able to look at our show notes and then and also listen to the episode to be able to add in the decks that we mentioned or the books that we mentioned for that particular episode. And some of that I've been having to do for some of the earlier episodes where we talk about like the Magician card or the Empress, because we didn't write down which decks we cited as examples of our favorite Magician card or Empress card or whatever card we were featuring in that particular episode. So I've had to go back and listen to some of those episodes to be able to fill in the bookshop listing for that episode correctly. So it's going to be slow going. I appreciate the patience, and you know, just know if you're making purchases through Bookshop, a portion of that will go towards supporting the podcast. Oh. I am going to lose my voice. Hopefully not, though. All right, I'm going to sit up tall so that I'm not hunching over while I'm speaking. So let me go ahead and do the AstroBiz Digest. And hopefully I can make it through it. Because I wasn't half as congested before. Now suddenly I'm congested. Not fun. All right, so eclipse season is now over. It's easier to see how things have shaken out. What has been eclipsed out of your business? Where did you let that go? Where did you let go? In what ways have you liberated your time? Eclipses are unpredictable, but once they are gone, you realize how much work they did for you and for your business as well. Remember that the AstroBiz Digest is geared towards entrepreneurs and business owners. So this week, Venus shifts gears into Libra on the 8th, so that's already passed. This is her happy place, so she operates well for the next 4 weeks. Venus in Libra is your best bet to max out your PR. The more you get your face out there, the more likely you'll attract more business. This is also the ideal time for negotiating, networking, and investing in your enterprise. If it's been a minute since you've upgraded your surroundings, now is the time. During this transit, relationships tend to be harmonious. So enjoy meeting, greeting, and serving your community. Venus moves into Scorpio on December 4th. The other big pivot this week is Mercury sliding into Sagittarius on the 10th. So that's today. Over the past few weeks, the trickster planet was in hush-hush mode. Now the truth is in and out. It's your best time to tell it like it is. The more transparent you are, the better for your work. This isn't just for marketing, but also for meetings. Speak up and you can get what you want. Mercury in Sag is also dope for higher education and travel. If you want to hone your craft or trot the globe, you're good to go. Mercury will be in Capricorn on December 1st. So let's get into the specifics for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So Friday, Mercury sprints into Sagittarius early in the morning, putting truth in advertising at the top of the dial for a few weeks. Watch out for negative thinking and travel delays when Mercury squares Saturn at 10:07 a.m. This pesky aspect holds on all day, creating mental and travel havoc. The moon Chiron opposition at 11:25 a.m. adds an extra element of aggravation to this morning. While that blows over in about 2 hours, you'll still need to exercise patience if you want to reach your destination with minimal drama. This is not an easy day for business, which is why I haven't been doing any today. Today, Friday, November 10th, is a power day for Libra and a weak day for Aries. Again, why I haven't been doing anything all day. So, Saturday. Saturday begins with a void moon, your yellow light to slow your roll. Why rush? It's Saturday. Let the morning be for long conversations over coffee and toast instead of jumping straight into business. Leisure is good for you. Once the moon enters Scorpio at 1:39 p.m., you can set your sights on work. This lunation is yours for research, financial management, and top secret projects. A quiet weekend working behind the scenes is a wise plan. A Moon-Saturn trine at 2:43 p.m. provides just the right amount of discipline to make progress. Keep going and you'll surpass your goals. Mars opposes Uranus at 4:11 p.m., which could spell trouble for group activities, team members, and events. You'll need to keep a close eye on other people's bad behavior and set appropriate boundaries. It's possible you may need to fire someone if they can't act decent. Now, for Sunday finds the moon in opposition to Jupiter at 7:09 a.m., which could lead to financial extravagance and unrealistic expectations. It will pass in about 2 hours, leaving you free to get shit done. However, that Mars-Uranus opposition looms large in the background. If you're in the middle of a gathering, be ready to assert your boundaries as situations demand. Saturday is a power day for Libra and a weekday for Aries, like Friday. And Sunday is a power day for Scorpio and a weekday for Taurus. Whew. All right. So now that I've done the specifics for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and also told you a little bit about how eclipse season has settled down and what that reveals, a little bit about the major transits that are happening this week, such as Venus shifting into Libra on the 8th and Sagittarius on the 10th today, Mercury in Sagittarius on the 10th today. Are there any particular days that you wanted me to take a look at astrologically? I'll give it about a minute or so. I'll continue to hydrate as I do so. Oh, there is nothing worse than feeling your voice going in the middle of a thought. Yesterday, it was like all sneezing all the time. All right. So Jenny asks, I got bad news on Tuesday. What was the astro? Good question. You might have gotten that because it was a weekday for Pisces. If there's Pisces in your chart, that could have been the explanation. Virgo moon, productivity going strong, teaching, publishing, and marketing, moon trines Jupiter, business travel, evening, moon in sextile with the sun, a delightful angle for PR, lively conversation with peer or educational live stream. So nothing specific astrologically for Tuesday, besides it in a negative way, besides weekday for Pisces. There may have been more to Tuesday than that, but according to the AstroBiz Digest. I don't know. I'm just glad it's over. I had crippling anxiety Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Just promise me it's over. I can't make promises, but I can send you good vibes. But it's been rough. It's been rough the last 2 weeks. Like last week I said it was rough and felt like there was this heaviness happening. The eclipses were really rough. And I'm getting more of the same this week too. Like people have been like feeling a heaviness. So not necessarily astrological, could just be a collective unconscious feeling the same way, you know? Katie says Monday and Wednesday were annoying for me. I've wanted to hibernate since. Yeah. Monday was a lot. Monday void moon. Let's see. Moon opposes Saturn Monday afternoon. May be difficult to concentrate around that time. And then Mercury trine Neptune. And then for Wednesday, Wednesday was the Venus moving into its home base of Libra. Mm-hmm. There was also a Moon Neptune opposition on Wednesday, people being flaky AF. And then, and then there was Moon stationing void at the very end of Wednesday. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Me too, clearly. So I've actually been doing, I believe in tapping. Y'all know that I believe in tapping because I'm a tapping practitioner. But there are some things that I still get a little bit skeptical about when doing tapping, and tapping on physical pain, tapping on physical symptoms. It still makes me a little bit uncomfortable and skeptical, or it's just like, oh, this shit's not going to work for that. So I've actually been doing a tapping from Julie Schiffman on relief, EFT tapping for relief of cold symptoms, basically. And I added it to the EFT tapping playlist on the Tube of You, if you want to check it out. So I did that yesterday, and I did it again today. And it's been helping. It's definitely been helping. But, just feeling run down, it can be because of stress too. It can be, the stress levels are elevated, and the immune system, the immunity or the immune system goes down because of that. So that tapping has been helping though. Yeah. Flakiness from people got to me. Mm-hmm. Yep, that was Wednesday. Yep. All right. All right. Any other questions, comments, concerns? Because I'm just going to skip the entire middle of the show. So no mid-episode reading tonight. We're going to go right into the weekend forecast so that I can go and rest my voice and eat my dinner. So I don't sound as bad as this. Honestly, I'm feeling a lot better. I just sound like I have a frog in my throat. And then I start to cough to try and get it out. So I wanted to do an oracle card from the Moonology deck for the weekend forecast. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And then we're going to eat dinner and watch the season finale of Loki so that it does not get spoiled for us. Loki season 2. Oh, and just a reminder that we do this every Friday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or 6:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There will be no show on Black Friday, just to let you know, because I will be working a retail shift. I usually do have Fridays off, but Black Friday, Black Friday in retail in the United States, you kind of you have to expect to work Black Friday. So I will be working Black Friday. And next week's episode is a combination with Lizzie Aurora. So I will be definitely, I will be here. I will be here. We will do the mid-episode reading. We will do all of that. But this is going to be me showing you that pre-recording of the interview or the conversation that I had with her. So I gave you a little bit of a preview of that a couple of weeks ago. But this was my intention to basically start featuring a lot of the wonderful people that I've met through the Gala Darling method, which is the tapping certification that I did, that I received in spring of 2022. So I started that. I started that with Meg Percy, who is a human design expert. And then she was the only person. And for some reason, things fell to the wayside. So I started it back up again. And so Lizzie is the next person in this list of people that I want to feature. So she wasn't able to make the Friday night work. So we pre-recorded something for you guys. So I'm looking forward to sharing that with you next week. So if that's interesting to you, make sure that you come on back next week, 6:30, 6:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Friday night. And yeah. I love this deck too, Fran. And Katie, I've already had a cup of tea. You sound like you need a hot cup of tea to wash the frog away. I did, actually. I made myself a hot toddy tea. So PG Tips, like half a shot of whiskey, I think, whiskey or bourbon, a little bit, a whole huge tablespoon of honey, mixed it up, piping hot. I did not like the flavor combination of that, so I should have just made it a regular hot toddy. And I also need to get some lemon as well to be able to really make one effectively. So, but yeah, I've been trying. The hot water has been boiled. I actually made Mr. Man peppermint tea, or no, not a peppermint tea, a mint tea. I think it's spearmint and black tea, which he likes. So, but yeah, I've been trying. I've been doing all of the things. Thank you. Yes, very, very exciting. Can't wait to bring that to you guys. All right. So please, everyone, thank you all for watching. Thank you for your patience. I don't normally sound like this, you guys know. And come on back next week. Make sure you subscribe, click the bell, click the button, wherever it is that you tune in. And actually, let me just double check my own Book of Face page, because I don't think it shows the comments necessarily through Be Live. Hold, please. Nope, doesn't look like there's any comments going there. Cool. All right. Good. Oh, okay. Whiskey, hot black tea, lemon, and honey. Weird taste, but knocked me out and helped me recover. Yeah, no, I found that too. I was saying that, I was just like, ooh, I don't know if I like the taste of this very much. So yeah, I had everything. Well, bourbon whiskey. I had everything but the lemon. So, though, Mr. Terror by Hilary did grab me some Mucinex. So, yes, I know you're viewing through the book. But I don't know if you were here before. I apparently accidentally hit my personal Book of Face page as well. So we're streaming to 3 places right now. And so some of the comments might not show up necessarily on my personal Facebook page. So I didn't want to miss out on any comments if people were commenting over there, which they're not. So fine, good, well and good. Thank you all for all of the advice of how to help myself feel better. I appreciate it. All right, Moonology. You know, it's the reason why I pulled this out was I was looking at some photo memories from one of my apps. And I looked and I saw that there were 2 of this deck, 2 cards. And then I saw a whole Celtic cross spread. And I was just like, who was I doing a reading for that I saved this? And I saw the picture, and I realized it was my ex that I had done a reading for couple of years ago. I think it's 3 years ago, and I must have saved the photos to then send to him so that he had like, you know, a photo of the cards pulled, basically, which I'm happy to do for anyone, but I was just like, when was the last time I used the Moonology deck for a client? And apparently I think it was him. So I'm like, geez, that's a while. Like, all right, what do we need to know for this weekend? And by the way, if you're wondering whether or not it's a good idea to read for your exes, it's not. It's not. Interesting. So we are getting the card this weekend, North Node. Step out of your comfort zone. So what does that mean? Yep. I was just thinking you shouldn't read for exes, and then you said it. Yeah. So much I could say. And this is my ex that is also a reader. So yeah. Like, what? So much to say, but how do I say? Just not gonna. It's not a great idea, especially if it was a messy breakup, if there was hard feelings, if it wasn't a mutual decision. So yeah. So what does this mean for this weekend? Moving on. Step out of your comfort zone, North Node. There is a strong feeling when you get this card that it's time to leave the past behind somehow because you are headed in the right direction. Well, A coincidence that I was talking about an ex and this card comes up for the weekend forecast? Let's leave the past in the past, shall we? If you want to be happy and fulfilled, you need to get going towards doing the thing that scares you within reason. This card is all about living your life purpose, which is possibly what you've asked about. It's urging you to dare to do something different with your life and your direction, to take action. So are you willing to follow through and lead the life you incarnated to live? If you finally find the courage to make the leap, there's a good chance you'll come to ask yourself, why did I wait so long? P.S. Yeah, that's something that I've said to myself a lot over the last 2 years. Not finding the courage, not stepping out of the comfort zone, but that last part. Why did I wait so long? Yeah. Attuned to the moon. I know I'm headed in the right direction. Additional meanings for this card. You're headed for something which feels like destiny. You need to face a fear and get over it. Time to stop obsessing about someone or something. Stand on your own 2 feet. You've got this. So the teaching, the astrology surrounding the North Node. The North Node is where the moon crosses the ecliptic going north. It's a karmic point, and on the horoscope chart shows us what we need to do and where we need to go with our life to find satisfaction, fulfillment, and happiness. The North Node is the karmic astrological point that reminds us, to paraphrase Andre Gide, that in order to discover new oceans, we have to be prepared to lose sight of the shore. Yeah, okay, all right. I see, I know, they come for me. I know you derive great enjoyment from the cards coming for me. I get it. Why did I wait so long is always the case. Yes. All right, Fran, I get it. Messages that are not received will be repeated. I got it, maybe. I mean, if you're feeling triggered right now, like, how do you think I feel? I feel this way too, all the time. That's part of the reason why you watch the show every week. You know, the cards come for me too. So, yeah. This is actually kind of weird. Okay. So I have to include this because the Oracle card that I pulled today, I noticed something about it, and I'm noticing the same thing about this. So I'm going to tell you what that is. Yeah. Sorry for no trigger warning. Doesn't matter if it's a short episode or not. The cards will come for us, whether we like it or not. So what I noticed today was, so I pulled an Oracle card from the Visionary Oracle. And I noticed in the Visionary Oracle that the card that I pulled, Vulnerability, happened to be the last card in that deck in chronological order, according to the guidebook. Now, I don't know if I wrote in the interpretation of the card that it was the last card and how it kind of felt to me a little bit of like world energy, because the world card is the last card of the major arcana in the tarot deck. So it felt a little like something's trying to complete. So I don't think I included that in today's card, but it was the last card chronologically in that deck. And for this one, the North Node, and I shuffled thoroughly. The North Node card is the last card in the Moonology deck too. So if that addition is also feeling a bit true or ringing true for you, that it like this, like stepping out of your comfort zone, I feel like it's the foot of the fool, the fool's foot, where it's kind of like hanging out there, about to step off the cliff. That's the kind of energy that I'm feeling. So step out of your comfort zone. Time to leave the past in the past. Learn from it. Don't go back there. Learn from it. How dare you, Moonology? How dare you? Fair. Last card equals, haven't you gotten the message yet? All right, I got it. I got it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Moonology. Thank you. All right. That's the episode for tonight. Thank you all so much for watching. I still haven't figured out what happened last week that it cut off so abruptly. The first time I know the reason why. My computer wasn't plugged in and it went from 31% to 0%. Yet the live stream kept on going, so I was able to come back. But the second time, everything looked fine and it was just like not working. So I had to end the episode without any kind of formality, any kind of anything. It was just rough. So fortunately, that doesn't seem to be happening tonight. And I'm going to go ahead and end the episode before anything can happen. Anything can go wrong, as it were. Hope you feel better soon. Thank you. Thank you so much, Katie. Thank you to everyone. I know it's probably not comfortable, not comfortable listening to me talk like this because it does, you know, I'm sure your throats are feeling itchy just listening to my voice. So I'm going to go ahead and end the episode. Yes, have a wonderful weekend, everybody. Step out of your comfort zone this weekend if you can, if you are able to, if you feel relatively safe to take some little risks this weekend. Don't go backwards. The past is in the past for a reason. And once again, I am Hilary, professional tarot reader and EFT tapping practitioner, demystifying the mystical and putting you in touch with the most beautiful of gifts, your own intuition. Because yes, my friends, don't argue with me. You have intuition. Have a fabulous weekend. Step out of your comfort zones this weekend. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you again next week, Friday, 6:30, 6:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for a conversation with Lizzie Aurora. Bye.